Today we're going to be looking at Bonsai from DV Games. This is a 1 to 4 player game, but what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be playing the 2-player variant of the game. First thing we want to do is we're going to get a scoring sheet and we're going to put that aside. We're going to get the game board out on the table, resources, which is the tiles for the tree, wood, fruit, flower, and the leaves. Each one of the players is going to pick up one of the color pots and they're going to set it in front of them like this. And you're going to grab one of these tiles as well. This tiles, just so that we can go over real quick, allows you to have in here up to five resources. So up to 5 leaves, wood, fruit, flowers in here, stored in here until you use it on the tree. And these are the resources you can use to cultivate. So cultivating is when you put the tiles on the tree. So you can do up to 1 leaf, for example, on this one, 1 wood, and a wild resource. Okay, same for the other player. On the side, you're going to keep the scoring card here. This gives you an overview of what the points are for the tree tiles. So wood, you don't get anything. For every leaf you have on your tree, you get 3 points. For every flower you have in your tree, you get a point for each one of the sections of the flower that is uncovered, doesn't have anything next to it. And you get 7 points for your fruit as long as you don't have a fruit next to it. So you're going to put that aside. The game comes with a variety of tiles like this. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle all of them. I like to shuffle the big ones, shuffle them around. And then you pick 3 out of those. Okay. And then you're going to set those aside so that everybody can see them. Okay. In a 2-player game, they suggest that you remove the middle tile. So for example, normally you have 3 tiles like this, and you're going to be removing the middle one out of this particular game. Okay. Once you do that, you're going to set that aside. Claiming the tiles, the way it works is once you have achieved the goal of the tile. So in this case, let's just go over this real quick. If you get 3 fruits on your tree, you can claim this tile if you want, or you can pass on it, skip it, and then try to get 5 fruits instead, because you can only claim 1 tile of each color per game. So you cannot claim both of this. You have to make a decision which one you want to claim. And once you skip this one, you can go back to this one. Now you have to keep going to this one. Okay, so that's how those tiles work. Okay, so we got all that. Next thing you want to do is you want to go through the cards, and you got to separate the cards that have the 4 dots on the bottom. That's for a 4-player game. And you want to take out the ones that have 3 dots on the bottom. That's for a 3-player or more game. You're going to get all those cards and you're going to put them away because you're not going to be using them. Let me see. I'm trying to remember the name of these things. So in your deck, by the way, the game ends when all the cards from here have been expired, when you run out. At that point, the game ends. But let's go over the cards real quick. This guy's the helper. Okay, the helper allows you, when you grab them, allows you to put a wild and a flower. In this case, they all change. So for example, this one is a wild, but this one's a leaf, and this one's a flower. So when you get this card, it allows you to grab from your storage and put those items in your tree. Okay. This one is called a growth card, and this typically is going to go to your right when you grab it, and this allows you to put more tiles out. So if you were to just have it like this, you can only put a leaf, a wood, and a wild one. But if you had this card, then at that point you can put 2 leaves, a wood, and a wild one. So these are the grown tiles, and they change as well. This is the master. When you grab this guy, they're all going to change here, of course. But for example, in this case, this is a wild, so you're going to get a wild card from the pile and put it in your section, on your storage, on top of whatever is there. That's the master. These are parchment cards, and they give you specific points for different things. So for example, this gives you 2 points for each one of the green guys you have. So if you were to have 2 green guys, you get, or 2 helpers, you would get 4 points, and they are different. And this is, let me see if I can find a tool. So this is called the tool cards. Basically what it does is you put them on this side of the board, or this side of your section, and now this allows you to have 2 more tiles on your storage. So instead of having up to 5, you can have up to 7. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the game, and then I'll explain to you a little bit better how this works. The game instructions tells you that the oldest person starts. In this case, we're going to call this guy the oldest person. So he's going to grab a wood. And then the second player is going to have a wood and a leaf. That changes depending on the amount of players. But today we're looking at a 2-player game. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these cards out on the board. All right, and this is what we got. Okay, so first player is going to go. You can meditate, which is taking a card from here, or you can cultivate, which is taking one of your tiles and put it on your board. I am going to meditate, and I think I'm going to grab, I really like that one, but I don't want to grab them yet. I'm going to grab this here. So this card allows me to get a wood and a flower. Wood and a flower. I'm going to grab both of them. I'm going to grab this card. Normally I'm going to put it face down here next to me, but I'm going to leave it this case. I'm going to leave it face up so you can have an idea how this works. And then these cards are going to slide over like they do on every other game out there. And then it's that player's turn. He decided that he's going to grab this card. So he's going to put this card to this side. So now he can carry up to 7 of those tiles. He's going to grab a leaf. He's going to have a fruit. That's what it says there. And then this will continue to slide over. I'm going to grab this guy here. Again, a leaf and a fruit. And that's going to put me at 5. I have 5 of those tiles. I'll leave that one here so you can see it as well. So I don't really want to grab on the next turn. It's that player's turn, so he's going to grab. This guy, and the helper allows him to put down a wood on his tree. So he's going to grab one of his wood. And by the way, he can also do that with one of the ones that he just collected. So he's going to collect the wood, and he's going to use this for wood. He's going to use the wild one. That's another wood as well. He's going to put this next to him. I'm going to slide this over. And it's my turn. Don't really want to grab a card because I don't have a way to collect. Like I can't collect more tiles because I'm filled up all the way to the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cultivate. I'm going to use a wood piece. I'm going to use this wild one to put another wood piece. And I'm going to use this one to put a leaf. And if you look at the tiles basically tell you where they can go. If you look at this tile, you see how it's got wood there. So this tile can only go connected to a wood like this. You cannot do that or that. It has to be like that. Okay, and then this flower, you can see the little leaves there. So it needs to be connected to the other tile like that, not like this. And if you look at the fruit has 2 leaves there. So it needs to be connected sort of like that on the tree. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use the flower. I'm going to put the flower here. And that's going to be my turn. Next player is going to grab this card right here. It's going to give him a leaf and a wood. All right. And he also gets to pick from here. He's going to pick a wood. So that is his card. I'm going to slide over. And let's see what I won. I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy here. And that's going to allow me to put more fruits in there. I'm going to grab a wood. And this is going to slide over. All right, so it's this guy's turn. So he's going to grab this guy over here. And he's going to put it on this side of his tree, or his section down on the bottom. And he's going to pick one of this. He's going to pick a wood. And it's going to slide over. And here's the next section. So it's this guy's turn. Let's see what we're going to do. We're going to grab, let's grab one of these guys. That guy. It's going to allow me to put a trunk or a wood in here. And it's going to allow me to put a wild one. And I want to put a leaf in here. Let's put a leaf in here. See what happens. Okay. It's this guy's turn. He's got a lot of tiles now. He's going to cultivate instead of meditate. So we're going to go ahead and put one wood for this section here. We're going to do one leaf in here. We're going to do another leaf, which is this here, in there. And then we're going to use, for the wild one, we're going to use that one. It's going to allow us to put a fruit there. That was his turn, so it comes back to me. And I want to grab items. So I'm going to grab this card here because I already got one of these guys. And that's going to give me 2 points for each one of those guys that I have. So let's go ahead and grab that one. That's going to give me a fruit and a leaf. I'm going to put it in our storage here. And we're going to slide this over. And this is, we'll do one more round. So it's going to be this player's turn. He is going to, let's see, he's going to grab this one here. It's going to give him a wood flower for his storage. And he's going to put this card here. He's going to slide over. All right. I'm going to grab this guy. He's going to give me 2 wood. That is my limit, so I don't get to grab anything else. We'll put this guy here. Slide this over. All right, and this guy's going to grab this because this is going to give him 2 points for each one of the fruits, and he already got one there, so that's going to work out for him. And then my turn, I'm going to cultivate instead of grabbing a card, so I'm going to put 1 wood there. In here. I'm going to put 1 leaf here. For that, I'm going to put 1 fruit in here. And on the wild one, I'm going to use another piece of wood, and I'm going to put this guy over here. All right, and that is the end of my turn. And it will continue to go this way until we run out of these cards. And then we'll go into final scoring. If I was, let me give you an example. Let's get this out of the way. Let's say I was to grab, my tree look like this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I got that, I could have the option at the end of my turn to grab one of the styles. That would give me 5 points at the end of the game. Or I can say, you know what, I'm going to skip it. I'm going to keep collecting wood, and I'm going to see if I can grab that one over there. But let's just say I grab this one. At the end of the game, I'm going to score, let's say I have this one as well. I'm going to score my tiles first on my tree. So the way it works is I don't get anything for wood, so wood doesn't get anything. I get 3 points for each one of the leaves I have. I get 1 point for each section of the flower that doesn't have anything next to it. So in this particular case, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points there. I get 7 points for each fruit that doesn't have anything next to it, another fruit next to it. So I get 7 points there. and I get 3 points for each one of this, so I got 6 points there. I also get points for this tile, so I would add that to my score. And then I would also get points for this parchment cards. So for example, with this one, I get 1 extra point for each one of the leaves I have. So that was an extra point for each one of them. So that was two extra points. For this one, I get 2 points for each one of the characters, the green characters, the helpers I have. I have 2 in this case. So we get 2 points for this guy, 2 points for this guy. And then for this one, I will get 2 points for each one of the ones like this. So I'll get 2 points extra for this card as well. Okay, and the player with the most amount of points wins the game. That's basically how it works. That is Bonsai from DV Game. Really fun game. Easy to set up. The box is not big. It's kind of on the smaller size, so it's easy to take with you. We are planning to take this game with us. There's a trip coming up, and we believe we're going to take the game with us because we're going to a country that don't speak English, and because this game doesn't have any words on it. Everything is icon based. You can pretty much explain to the person how the game runs, and they can just go with it because there's no reading to it. They can just go by the icons everywhere. Game is not super complicated to explain. Basically, the rules are these 2 pages. Easy to set up, easy to take with you. Okay. Again, this is Bonsai from DV Games. Go ahead. I believe the game is coming out in August of this year. If there's no delays, but I will double check on that and post it in the description on the bottom. So that's it. That's Bonsai. You can score all the information here in the sheets. I give you a bunch of those papers. That's about it. I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. That's BlueApe HQ on Instagram and Twitter. And then BlueApe Media on YouTube. And BlueApemedia.com is the website. See you guys in the next one. Like I said, I'll see you next Monday with another game. Peace. Take care of yourself.